Nowadays, common sense ain't so common. Fortunately, it's time for our daily dose of reality with the Commonsense Cowboy commentator, Patrick Dorinson. Patrick, welcome back.
Thanks, Carl. How you doing?
Well, you know, I'm pretty good coming out of a hot segment with Rob. But Republicans, we need more Kari Lakes. You made that point earlier this week. Fewer Lisa Murkowskis and fortunately, much fewer PACs to support people like her. What do you say about Kari Lake style?
I think Kari Lake, I think we have finally found our American Margaret Thatcher. You watch the way she handles these media. She takes them apart face to face and leaves them in a puddle. They don't know what they're doing. And the other thing is she knows her issues and she knows how to articulate her issues. She knows how to, shape them in a way that the public can understand and say, that sounds reasonable. Other politicians, they just are so bad. They use the old style of repeating a lot of, nonsense. She's a media personality. She knows how it works, and she's terrific. But look at the difference. You got Mitch McConnell on the other side, who is not a fighter, who's just part of the swamp.
Yep.
He removes money from New Hampshire, which is desperately needed. He's supporting Lisa Murkowski. All he cares about is power. This new generation of Republicans, I'm telling you, the Kari Lakes of the world, they're going to make a change that's going to be felt for many years to come, and I can't wait to see what she does in Arizona.
Yeah, James Clyburn said this week, all of us are concerned about these rising costs, and all of us knew that it would be the case when we put in place this recovery program. Anytime you put more money into the economy, prices tend to rise. Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you something. It reminds me of what Mark Twain once said. He said, suppose you were an idiot, and then suppose you're a member of Congress. But I repeat myself. James Clyburn just proved that even a broken clock is right twice a day. They did what they did. They had no idea what they were doing because none of these people have ever been in business or haven't done anything but politics. And they said to themselves, we know it doesn't work. We know it's going to be a mess, but we're going to do it anyways because we think if we give you a little more money that you might, vote for us come November of 2022. They're about ready to get a real hard lesson.
Well, speaking of that lesson, who do you think is going to get blamed for it? Because 2 years ago, they've kind of phased out of the racism thing a little bit. But let's say, and I think it's going to be a shellacking for Democrats in November.
Yeah.
Who is going to take the blame for that?
Joe Biden is going to go under the bus so fast it'll make your head swim. He's the quarterback. The quarterback gets credit when things are going good, and he gets blamed when things are bad. And this guy has thrown more interceptions than in the history of American politics. I think he's going to get blamed. I think the people on the left are going to say, you didn't go left enough. And the people, the so-called moderates who are going to get wiped out in Congress, they're going to go, why did you go so far to the left? So they got this reckoning coming. I'll also make you a prediction that Nancy Pelosi, she's going to get reelected in San Francisco in November. She's going to retire early next year so she can go and spend the money she got off all that insider trading. Joe Biden is probably going to announce that he's not running for president because he's going to be starting to manage Hunter's art career. And even Chuck Schumer might be in a little trouble if they lose the Senate. So they're going through a generational thing. It's going to be great to watch. But so are the Republicans with Kari Lake. This is going to be political wonder for us who follow this stuff all the time.
Patrick, I got a minute left. Lisa Murkowski said she's going to vote for the Democrat over Sarah Palin, the Republican candidate for Congress. This is insane to me. And then on top of that, Mitch McConnell is pulling $5 million of ad money from Bolduc's race, where he's within striking distance, and putting it in Alaska to beat Chewbacca. Is that her name?
Yeah, right. Well, Mitch McConnell is the oiliest, greasiest snake in Washington. He cares nothing about Republicans. He cares nothing about the future. He cares nothing about fighting for the things that have to be fought for in this battle that we're in with the left. He doesn't care. All he cares about is, well, we're going to make sure the lobbyists make money and we're going to make sure I make money. And that's what it all is. It's about Washington. It's about making sure he gets to go to the cocktail parties and people can pat him on the head and say, you're a good Republican. You're not one of those MAGA people.
Yeah, the fact that that Chewbacca is now leading Murkowski as the Trump-backed person over the incumbent Republican senator, it's going to be a heck of a race to follow. Patrick Dorinson, stay safe on horseback.